Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to EnglishClass101.com's YouTube channel. My name is Alicia, and today I'm going to give a short explanation of the difference between look, watch, and see. So let's get started. Okay, the first verb that I want to talk about is look. We use look when we simply want to explain that we are moving our eyes to something. Just moving the eyes is to look at something. There's no expectation that the item or the object we are looking at is going to change. There's no expectation that some change is going to happen. We're simply moving our eyes to something. Finally, when you use look and an object follows the verb, you need to follow look with at. So for example, look at that, look at me, look at that, look at her, look at him. All of these use at because an object follows the verb look. So look at that thing. When you use an expression like look over there, there's no object there. So only when there's an object after the word look, you need to use at to connect the two. Okay, so remember, look is used when you're simply moving your eyes to something. Okay, let's talk then about the verb watch. So we use watch when we want to focus our attention on something. So focusing your attention can be on something happening in front of you, like a performance. It can be movie, TV. But the nuance with watch is you are watching something that is changing or moving. Something is going to happen. There's an expectation of change or movement, evolution in some way. We use watch in those cases. Focused attention on something that is changing or something that is moving is when we use watch. Then finally, see. The verb see is used when we just notice something. We happen to notice something. Maybe a person has come into the room and we see that person. We notice something. But we're not necessarily focusing. So maybe we see it, our eyes catch it, but we don't focus on that thing. That is when we use see. So to recap, we use look just to move our eyes to something. We use watch for focused attention on something that is moving or something that is changing. And we use see when we just notice something, but we don't necessarily focus on it. Okay, so this is the basic use of these three verbs, but there are a couple of exceptions. So here I have special cases, especially for performances. So for example, movies, TV shows, concerts, sporting events, and so on. These have slightly different rules. We will only use watch or see for these cases. Please do not use look in these cases. Please use watch or see. If you're having trouble deciding when to use watch or see, a good rule or a good guideline is if it's something outside the house, something outside your home, your apartment, use the verb see. If you're at home doing something, at home, like watching a movie, for example, use the verb watch. So for example, over here, you would see a movie in a movie theater, see a baseball game, watch a DVD at home, or watch the awards show at home. So these are at-home actions, and these are outside-the-home actions. So we use see and watch in these cases. Okay, but let's try to choose the correct verb in these example sentences that I've prepared. So first one, tonight I'm going to something something Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a popular TV show, so we should use watch because we learned that watch is used for things outside, or I'm sorry, because we learned that watch is used for actions at home, things we do at home. It's more natural to use watch. I'm going to watch Game of Thrones. Okay, the next sentence. I want to something something that new movie. New movie probably means going to a movie theater, so we should use the verb see. I want to see that new movie is the correct verb here. Something something up ahead. Traffic is terrible. So up ahead means in front of you, in front of the car. In this case, it's car, it's traffic related. So up ahead In this case, the speaker is asking the listener to move his or her eyes in front of them, to go up ahead with their eyes. So you can use the verb look up ahead. Traffic is terrible. So move your eyes up ahead is the command. Okay, next one. Last night I stayed in and something something a football game. So stayed in means stayed home. I stayed at home. We use the expression stayed in. So I stayed in and watched. This is an at-home action, past tense. I watched a football game last night. Okay. Next one, I can't wait to something something my favorite band next week. So again, this is a performance outside the house, my favorite band. So we'll use see. I can't wait to see my favorite band next week. Okay, next sentence. When I something something into the forest, I something something a deer. Okay, there are two verbs in this sentence. We're going to use looked. So when I moved my eyes into the forest, I moved my direction, my eyes moved in the direction of the forest, and I something something a deer. So we noticed something. I saw a deer. I saw a deer. A deer entered my eyes is a weird way to say it, but that's the nuance here. I happened to notice. I wasn't focusing, but I saw this in my eye. I saw a deer. Okay. Let's look at a really difficult one. I something something up from my book and something something you. You were something something a video on your phone. Okay, so similar here. I something something up. I looked up. I moved my eyes up from my book. So I was reading. I moved my eyes up from my book and something something you. So here I noticed. I saw, past tense. I saw you. Then here, you were something something a video on your phone, a video on your phone. So maybe we need to use the verb watch because the person has focused their attention on their phone, on the video. You were watching, past progressive tense. You were watching a video on your phone. So here, in this situation, we have all three verbs. Finally, let's use it in a question. When did you last something something your roommate? So when did you last notice your roommate? We would use the verb see. When did you last see your roommate? When was the last time you saw your roommate? You noticed your roommate. So these are some great examples of sentences where it might be difficult to guess. Should I use look? Should I use see? Should I use watch? But keep these rules in mind. So remember, when you move your eyes to something, use look. Don't forget to use at when an object follows the verb too. When you want to focus your attention or talk about something that's changing and moving, use watch, like movies and TV shows. When you want to just talk about noticing something but not focusing your attention, use see. So this is a basic introduction to the differences between look, see, and watch. I hope it was useful for you. If you like, you can try to leave a comment with one of these verbs in your sentence, or if you have any questions, please let us know as well. Thanks very much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also, check us out for more at EnglishClass101.com. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!